You got an update on Janice. 69 Charger RTSE. Okay, the back window regulators are nice and rebuilt. I got in there and wire brushed all the metal surfaces and stuff. I got the kit from AMD. The bushings seemed a bit tight up in here, but and I was able to clean them up a little bit. I had to heat these just slightly to press them on and get them to pop on. It worked. It's what it is. They're new. They work wonderfully. Oh, it's so smooth. That will be sweet, having nice windows in the back to roll up. We'll probably end up doing the doors as well. The floors are all welded. The ground welds are all dressed, and we got it in the black epoxy primer inside. So we're getting there up here. In the front of the chassis, my repairs are made. I did these torque boxes. There you go. So we've got some wicked torque boxes up front with the gusset, and that's on both sides. These areas that were rusty and coming through the A-pillars, you beat the rust out of them and build them up with weld, and then just a real thin smear of Bond over the top. And not only are they functional, but they look pretty good too. So everything stayed in place. My measurements are all the same after all this welding and everything I've done. Here's my window regulator on this side. Is rebuilt, and this side as well. Ooh, so way silky smooth. That'll be nice just to reach back and roll that window down so easily and be able to put a quarter panel on over it and forget about it. Underneath, I've got my subframe connectors built and in. Get my cripple ass down here. Oh God. Trust me, man. I'll give you the story someday on what happened to me. Why I'm like I am. Okay, there's the subframe connectors. It's the real kind of standard method. Yeah, both sides are symmetrical. It's nothing too crazy. But I like to connect the subframes on these cars because you never know what ends up being put in them for an engine. The engine for this one is pretty moderate, 500 horse, 500 foot-pounds. But I don't know if it'll stay that way or not. But yeah, everything down here is ready to be dressed out and epoxy primed. But I'm going to wait until I'm done with the rear frame rails. The next job, that's gonna be heavy. Oh God. Oh yeah, this is the sound of 6 back fusions. So I'm good for a few hours a day out here maybe, and yeah, that's about all I'm good for anymore. But I'm getting, this is great. I am coming along on this car. Yeah, we're all patched up. No more Swiss cheese. We're all epoxy primed. I had my console on the floor and mounted with a shifter. And everything lined up. God, I would love to put my Hemi 4-speed in here. But unfortunately, like I said, I got some issues that won't allow me to really enjoy that anymore. I'm pretty much stuck with automatics. I can drive them, but not for long. The legs, I don't know. I'll tell you someday all about it. But yeah, the break from model planes. This is the last hurrah for my car building. I did some of this before I really got into the model planes, and 4 major surgeries is why I built model planes and enjoyed that hobby so much, because it's really all I could do for about 5 years. But I'm letting the cat out of the bag, I think. So here we are. Everything is level. Everything stayed symmetrical and square up front. So I'm pretty excited. So now my plan is to get the doors, fenders, and the hood mounted on the car, and then we go after the hind end. Because if the doors and the fenders are on and the gaps are all right and everything looks good, we match the rear quarters to those. And the rear frame, I got a really good idea off Rust Bucket's Restos. That guy, man, and his 68. Yeah, I think your 68 is worse than this, but not by much, dude. I've got half frame rails, so they go from the upper hump back there forward. And I think I'll do it like he did. I will put the frame rails together with the cross member and the taillight pan, or inner panel. And then I'm going to jack it up into the car as a unit. You know, my first ideas was, yeah, I was going to go with this frame rail and then just mimic it on the other side. But no, I think I'd much rather put those 2 parts together with the cross members and the shock mount, everything, and just get it on a jack and raise it up into place. Make sure it's square, symmetrical, level. Screw it, teak it, light tacks, and then we go after the Dutchman's panel and the quarter panels and the rest of the hind end. So that's where I'm at this point. Gonna go after the driver's door, get that in here. Probably a week's worth of sanding and maybe a little body work on those. You know, just, I'm not going to do the finish work. Just take care of any rust, any issues, whatever, on those, on the fenders, doors, and the hood. Get them on the car, and then we'll come back with another update. All right. Thanks for watching.